Hey, welcome to another episode of Legion Elite Motorsports. I'm your host, Isaiah. And on today's episode, we are going to install some upper strut bars for the front and rear. And we're going to change the oil, tune, and adjust the shifter and take it for a test drive. So let's see how she rolls. Hey guys, back again. I actually have these laying in the house, the strut bars, and they're fairly cost effective. I think it's under $70 for front and rear, and they look decent. I'm pretty sure they have some good effect for stability and cornering. A lot of people definitely won't do this modification because these cars are known for quarter mile greatness, of course. But I want to do a little bit more than that. Maybe some tail of the dragon action. But before we get there, I added in these strut bars. So first things first, when you get the strut bar, it comes together and it's like pre-threaded out. Okay, what you want to do first is you want to thread these guys all the way in on both sides, okay? And take it and put it on the ground and make sure these are backed all the way up too, okay? All the way till it stops. And what you want to do is once this is threaded all the way in to the bar, you want to put this part flat on the floor, that part flat on the floor, and you want to spin the bar towards you this way, okay? And you're gonna do that 12 times, okay? Count them out, 12 times. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna lay it down on the strut tower, okay? And you're gonna take these off. You're gonna lay the bar down, both sides. Then you're gonna tighten this plate first, all right? Then you're gonna tighten this part second. Then you're gonna wanna take and hold the bar, crescent wrench, whatever have you. And you're gonna tighten these guys down towards you this way, okay? Both sides, you wanna make sure they're nice and tight so that way it's actually doing something, because if it is loose, it will make noise. It's gonna make a rattling noise as if you're jiggling it. So to avoid that mistake, follow those instructions and you'll be good to go if you do this mod. So the front is done. Let's hop to the rear. Now in the rear, you're gonna follow some of the same operations that you did in the front, but the only difference is if you want to do it this clean and not hack this thing up, what you're gonna do is you're going to bolt each side in. Let me get a close-up. So you want to bolt each side in, just the black part, right, by itself. There we go. By itself, right? Then what you're gonna want to do without the bar, right, is you want to take and put your finger back here and press forward. And then you're gonna take a center punch and you're gonna punch it right between the two posts, like basically in the center, like that. So when you put your drill bit, it doesn't touch anything that it's not supposed to. Little dust, not bad. And then you take your inch and a half hole saw, and then you drill this part out with this piece already mounted. So you don't have to put it in and take it out or anything like that. You just put it in. And then after that, you come in with the bolt, right? And then what I did was I held one side with a finger, and then I took an 8, which is this guy here, and tightened it up. That's the whole ratchet, but you get the point. So once it's tight, right, on both sides, right, then you start adjusting the bar for tension, okay? And this one's identical to the front. So basically what you do is you twist it down, okay? If you're riding a motorcycle, you go down, okay? Until you get it nice and tight and sturdy. And then you lock the lock nuts on each side so you can hold the bar. Tighten this down, downwards. This side, downwards. And boom. You have yourself a rear and front strut bar. So, simple enough. And it's going to improve your handling ever so slightly. Chassis flex. Look it up. Okay, so we are back at it. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we are going to change the engine oil. It is way, overdue to get this done. Basically, when you break in the motor, you want to run it for about an hour, give or take, and a couple revs here and there below 4,000 RPM on this particular application. And after that, change it. It gets all of the sludge out, anything that you may have missed, metal shavings, anything, it gets it out of the engine because it's been collected into the oil filter. Now, I did this a little wrong because I actually drove the car, put the car up on two-step and all of this other stuff that technically you're not supposed to do. So, hopefully everything is well. I'm sure it will be, but if there's a little bit more metal shavings than supposed to be, I could probably understand why. Hopefully not. We'll see. We're going to drain the oil and find out. So, first things first, we're going to jack up the car, get to the drain plug, which is on this side. And we're going to look at the drain pan as we're draining it. I made sure I cleaned it, brake cleaner, everything, so it's nice and clean. No shiny stuff here. Okay, we're going to take this guy out and we're going to start the draining process. And if everything is good, there will be no metal shavings. A little metal shavings is okay because, again, it's breaking in, but you don't want to see a large amount of shavings. So a little something here and there is fine. Remember that. Okay, so I'm going to jack it up, get the drain plug loose, and I'm going to bring you in as the oil comes out. All right, that's the oil right there. Everything looks pretty good. I don't see anything glistening in the pan, so that's good. Yeah, not bad, not bad. Nothing too crazy. So yeah, we're gonna pull the pan out and inspect it thoroughly, but we're gonna pull out the filter and take a peek there too. Sadly, I don't have that filter opener. That would be even nicer to really inspect it, but everything looks pretty good. Yep, not bad. Yeah, looks pretty good. All right, so next we're gonna take off the oil filter. Take it from there. All righty. So, I see dirt. Now let's take a closer look here. All right, so see a couple of specks. Yep, looks about right. Little something, nothing too crazy. I see silicone, which is normal. Couple of shiny pieces. Not too bad. But yep, You guys let me know down in the comments if this is a little too glittery for you, or if this is about right. For me, that's about right. All right. Yep, not too terrible. Okay, oil's in, and we are gonna crank it up. Let's see what we got. All right, she's alive. I spilled a little bit when I pulled the dipstick. That'll burn off. But other than that, she's doing pretty good. Not too bad. So we're gonna let her warm up, give her a couple of revs, and on this oil, we'll be able to take her for some drives. So that is exactly what we're gonna do in the daytime. Had to make some adjustments on the map because it was running really lean mid-throttle to full boost, and I'm not trying to blow it up, just got it running. Alright, let's slow it up a little bit here, a couple of bumps. So the partial throttle response, everything is cleaned up really good. Okay, so I had to adjust the tune, as you've seen, and I had to adjust the shifter cables because for some weird reason, after a while it wouldn't grab fifth. Come to find out, the adjuster down here was loose, so I had to fix the adjuster. So now it's grabbing all of the gears perfectly, but from what I understand, 1990 transmission still is a little scrapey, so let's see how bad it is. All right, here we go. Also, I want you guys to tell me how many pounds of boost I hit, because I really can't see it. That's third gear. So second and third are the most crunchiest, but it still hits the gears. Once it's in gear, it doesn't pop out. So that's a good sign, but in general, that's still bad. Alrighty. I kept power steering, so it's easy to turn. Second gear, super crunchy. If I let the RPMs drop, third gear doesn't do it. Below right, so she did great on the test drive. Very proud of it. I definitely think there's some more tuning to go. I mean, it you know, is pretty good. I think down low RPMs needs a little bit of work. And I need to connect a catch can because I have it a little bit above full and it is pushing out a little bit of oil there. Nothing too crazy. But again, great car. Not disappointing at all. She definitely moves. And yeah, I am happy to have it alive. So here she is. Lights down in sleep mode. And yep, all done. And with that said, we're going to call it an episode right there. Hope you guys enjoyed and found this interesting in some way, shape, or form. If you're new here, definitely check out the website, legionelitemotorsports.com. Same for Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and all of those other streaming services. But yeah, remember guys, knowledge is power, and I'll see you next time. And if you have a 91 all-wheel drive tranny with shifter cables, bracket, shifter, and center diff, that's what it is. If you have all of those goodies, definitely hit me up, and yeah, definitely need to get that. That tranny is a little scratchy. Second and third, no good. But yeah, guys, I'll definitely see you next time.